been in the league for a minute, but to get acclimated this fast, it was only like a week ago.
Yeah, similar type deal we did with Sterling Shepard last year in Tampa, where you have a little bit of a runway for the next couple of days to get acclimated, continuing to, add competition to the room and guys that have played some meaningful snaps in the league in a similar system. And just the type of person that he is that we've heard, from Zach and those guys in Cincinnati, just continuing to develop the roster, really. And, so far, he's been a great guy to kind of get to know a little bit, and he'll continue to learn the offense as we go here.
Mental, physical toughness and how much of a priority that is. Is it the offensive line that really kind of sets that tone at first?
Absolutely does. Yeah, it's really like I've said, it's an interesting dynamic in this time where you can't bang, you can't hit really, you can't establish the line of scrimmage, but you can establish the way that we want to play in some ways in terms of attacking the line of scrimmage, mental toughness when it comes to multiple play calls, handling cans, handling the audibles, zero checks, like the way they break the huddle, the way that they're disciplined with cadence, that's definitely helping set the mentality and toughness of the group, specifically on offense. It always starts with those guys up front. Although it's just a weird time to truly, evaluate it, but you can continue to press that and push that envelope and say, guys, let's continue to be at a high level every single time we come out on the grass, and every single protection walkthrough, and every single play that we're doing, knowing it's a lot of pass game.
When you look at Brian Thomas Jr., the big year he had last year, what dynamic does adding Travis Hunter on maybe the same side, do as defenses try to take him away?
Yeah, I think I saw so much of it. Obviously, a different entity with Cooper Kupp in LA, where you're getting a lot of double coverage, whether it more so be from the slot, where maybe they have a nickel playing outside leverage and then a safety or a linebacker inside of them to double. And then go to Tampa with Mike Evans, and he's more that outside receiver that's getting the corner and the safety double. So it's really just about creating balance. And, okay, if we put them on the same side, well, can we dictate maybe where the double may go and help maybe get one-on-one coverage elsewhere? So, as we go and see maybe how people defend us that way with Brian, it'll help kind of dictate whether we want to get the one-on-one matchup on the inside or on the outside, at the running back position, at the tight end position. So it kind of helps dictate terms, even though it can be annoying at times to get double teams.
Coach, in the past, when you were just the offensive guy, you wanted your guy to do well in one-on-ones. Now, as a head coach, well, both of those guys are yours. Now, how do you balance out not rooting for the offensive guy?
Yeah, it's hard. I actually got asked a similar question on Monday, where your first feeling is always, man, we had a good day on offense. You're usually pretty pleased, just in general. Now that mentality kind of has to shift a little bit. I don't think you're ever going to be fully pleased if one side of the ball maybe is that much different than the other, whether it be on offense or defense. But I've definitely had to find myself to, stay positive, even when maybe something negative happens to the offense. That, man, at the end of the day, this is about developing a team, and I have to be at the forefront of that.
You got 3 of your 6 running backs are rookies, 7 of your 14 wide receivers are rookies. How have you seen them kind of develop over the course of OTAs?
Yeah, a ton of learning. So much learning, so much. They're doing a ton of extra. Like, you walk out here, I think it was about 7 this morning, got finished working out and saw Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter out here walking through. So that's just one example. You see the rookies, they do development periods every day. Right at the end of practice, why we kind of leave 15 minutes per day at the end is for them to go in and get developmental work. So that has been really, I think, key to those guys learning the system, getting updated, because, man, they got thrown in the mix. We're a month already into the install. And so they've had to play catch up. And that's kind of what those developmental periods are for. And it's hard to truly judge it at the moment. I think I just see, okay, are we getting lined up properly? Are we getting off on the right cadence? Are we not making total bust mistakes the finer details will come for those guys in training camp. Right now, it's more about that broad scope learning.
Anybody standing out so far?
Man, hard to say, to be honest with you. It's kind of a group of guys that, I think you'd say the majority of the draft picks have taken steps within each kind of realm. I can't really single anybody out specifically that I think that's like, wow, oh my goodness, this has been amazing. I think you just say, like, I'll kind of wait on that judgment in training camp.
Bring it in, Dennis Gardeck. Just what really does he bring to you guys, whether it's on or off the field?
Yeah, just a ton of respect for the player, competing against him 2 times a year in LA, since 2018. And he was, every time we would go play the Arizona Cardinals, he was on the game wrecker board. So we would always kind of introduce the game wreckers to the players, and he was on there, whether it was for originally, for special teams, and then also for rushing the passer and creating some disruption. So it just gives us somebody a little bit different kind of style rusher, special teams demon. He was a captain in Arizona on special teams. He had 3 sacks in a game last year. I'm not sure how many people did that this past season, but he did, and had an interception in the following game. So you're just looking at continuing to find guys that can disrupt the game in a specific way, whether it's in the DPR or on special teams.
What about Smoot? What does Smoot give you?
Just, again, continuing to add competition to the room, consistency, a guy that obviously, has roots in this area and has strong friendships with some of the guys on the team. And then when you talk to guys that maybe have not been in this building, with Eric Ciano, our strength coach, was with him in Buffalo, and he just said he was a tireless worker in the weight room, on the practice field, consistently going. You kind of had to pull him back at times. And that was something that continuing to get a little bit of veteran presence, guys that have played meaningful reps in this league that can give us some meaningful snaps, hopefully, and continue to create that competition we're looking for. So just getting to know him a little bit seems like, obviously, he's a grown man, and really cool to get to know him a little bit here.
It's a very veteran pass rush.
Yeah.
Guys have. That on purpose?
Yeah, a little bit. You want, like we talked about the other day, waves of maybe some different types of rushers at times, but guys, when you're playing in the trenches specifically, when you come in, maybe you're a UDFA or a rookie in general, man, that size, that strength, that speed, especially in the trenches, is different for anybody. And so, there's always a curve. There's always going to be a learning curve and a physical growth curve that is going to need to occur. But getting some of those guys that have established themselves in this league and played meaningful snaps, I think will just help us maybe in times of maybe crisis, and just to maybe be a little bit more consistent in some ways, knowing that we're pretty young as a team in general.
As you head into mandatory mini camp, just what do you want to see in terms of growth from Trevor, and just how much growth have you seen over the last 10 OTAs?
Yeah, I think, when you look at maybe the first few days of OTAs, and really even phase 2 that we were out here on the grass, I think his footwork has drastically improved. I think just the rhythm of playing the position in every system is different, right? The drop of a quarterback is very similar to a dance. And so each song, right, has a different rhythm. Each play has a different rhythm. Each systems have different rhythms. And so continuing to develop that for him, so that, we talk about footwork so much because when the game is being played, we know it's lived in the gray, but we're trying to create black and white lines for footwork, for reads, for timing, because when the things start moving, oftentimes you have to revert back to your fundamentals, your footwork, your timing. And so I think he's taken a step in that area, as well as just the overall operation. Like, that's what I've really looked for him in this time, has been, okay, really focusing on his lower half and his footwork, and then also just running the show. Like, I'm not really judging, does he make every single throw right now? Is every single ball perfectly accurate right now? Is he operating the offense at a high level? Yes, he is right now.
How would you rate your first pick?
Oh, man, I mean, it was a change up right down the pipe. Might have gone 400 over the left center field, somebody else, but I think it was about what I was hunting up.
Was it supposed to be a changeup?
Nah, it was just, it was cool. I was downstairs kind of getting some practice in, and they had really cool technology that they're using down there to simulate the opposing pitcher, and I was learning some of that stuff down there, and was throwing a couple knuckles and curves. I was going to maybe throw that out there, but ended up just sticking with the changeup. All good? Thanks, guys.
For the rookie year you had last year.
Just to come out and be better than I was last year. I just come out here each and every day and just push myself to be the best that I can be and see where that takes me. So I just come out here and be the best that I can be.
How much does that, having gone through that rookie year, allow you to kind of be more comfortable and be a little bit more, I don't know, like more yourself, maybe more so than you were last year, not as guarded?
Just being able to be around like all my teammates and have some of the same guys here, some of the same faces, being able to bond with Trevor and stuff. It's been pretty good. Just being able to have those bonds, and this is going to help us out going into this year.
What's the biggest thing you learned or got out of last season that maybe wasn't football, strictly on the field related?
The biggest thing was just probably like taking care of your body, how long the season really is, how long the season actually is. So just doing the little things, so like doing like prehab, so you don't have to do rehab. Just taking care of your body before things happen. So just being up on everything.
What's it like getting to know Travis?
It's been pretty good, pretty fun. He's a fun dude. Super cool, I ain't gonna say that one. super cool, super fun. I mean, he's just a fun guy to be around. A lot of energy, super fun.
Looks like y'all been competing in a lot of the drills just against each other, kind of pushing each other a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. We compete in everything we do. We come out here each and every day, just coming out here striving to be the best.
You said before he was going to bother you, not stop talking and not stop asking questions to you. Has he gotten to that point yet?
Yeah, he been asking a lot of questions, but I mean that's just him trying to be the best that he can be. Just like talking like through routes, talking through little things, plays, and why we run these certain plays versus these certain looks. So just like little things like that. I mean, he wants to be the best. We both want to be the best. So we just come out and compete each and every day, and whatever he needs help with, I'm gladly helping.
Have you gotten to that point where you're like, oh, not another question, or no, not yet?
Nah, it would never be like that because the guys that was here last year, they helped me out throughout the whole season, and they were there for me. So anything that he needs help with, I'll be there for him.
Is that important that you've kind of taken on more of a leadership role now that you have some games and seasons under your belt?
Yeah, that's super important for me. That's one of my goals, just to become a better leader and just be there for my teammates when they need me. So yeah, that's super important for me.
I know it's only been like 10 OTAs, but what do you think about Grant's offense so far?
It's been pretty good. I've been liking it. Just getting adapted to it and learning the system. It's been pretty good, pretty fun. I've been liking it for sure.
Brian, a big difference between this year and last year, obviously you were a rookie. But if somebody said how big the difference is between the way you feel now and this time last year, how would you describe it?
I feel way better this year than I did last year. Just coming off a long rookie season, just with the combine, draft, all that. Just being able to have some off time, take care of my body, and just come back and be ready to go. I feel way better this season for sure.
First time you saw Travis out there on the field, what was your first thought?
I actually came out here for when they had the rookie minicamp. I was up here, so I came out. I just stepped out here and looked at him doing like the drills and stuff. It was really just how quick he was and how detailed he was when he was like he might have got a drill wrong or something. He was just hopping back in line, going right back at it, and just trying to find ways to do it right and find ways to be the best that he can be.
Are you excited about the possibility of him on one side, you on the other?
What'd you say?
Are you excited about the possibility of him on one side, you on another, and how that's going to work, and how that's going to take some attention away from you or some coverage away from you at times?
I'm super excited just to have him and Diami over there on the other side. I feel like they're both going to play a big role in the offense. They're both going to help us out and push us to go where we want to go. So yeah, I'm super excited to have both of those guys out there with me.
What does that do for a defense that, against the opposing defense when you got two speedsters on the outside like that? Yeah. You didn't really have that last year with Christian getting hurt and Gabe getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. It's just hard for them to cover, hard for them to just lock in on one person. So just being able to have two or three guys out there that can run, and really we all can do it all. We all can do everything. So just being able to have that and it helps out the offense a lot.
What's it been like getting to know De'Ami so far?
It's been super good. De'Ami's a cool guy. Been talking to him a lot. We was just on the phone talking last night. So just getting to know him each and every day, just building a bond with him.
How's it been working with Trevor? I know you guys had the first half of the season last year. He was hurt.
It's been good. Just getting to know each other. Just out here spending time with each other, staying after practice, getting some extra throws, and just to have that chemistry with each other. So it's been super good just to be able to bond with each other. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's growing each and every day, each and every practice. Like we just all coming out here to be the best that we can be, and we all just want to get better. So it's gonna grow.
Thanks, Brian.